Well, everyone, it is official. A new trailer dropped this morning, and you know, I was just so happened to be up at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I saw that, oh wow, they dropped an actual teaser for the next part of Attack on Titan Final Season Part 3. It has a little bit of, well, we'll talk about that in a minute. First of all, let's go ahead and dive into the trailer. Let's talk about that, and then we're going to talk about, after that, why people have a big problem because, well, Final Season Part 3 is going to be split into parts. Though, I don't think that is as bad as many people are making it out to be, though there are now probably going to be as many parts in the final season as they are going to be in the actual first 3 seasons at this point. But we'll get into that more here in a second. Let's first dive directly into the actual trailer itself. It starts out with the beginning of season 1, the first episode, where Eren is crying. I think it's called From To You from 2,000 years ago. I did a whole video on it. You can go check it out if you want to. But as you can see here, Eren is crying, which is not very good. But this is a complete throwback to the original series, which is, or the original season, I should say, which is very important because as we see right there, people are getting smashed. Not in the way that you would want to get smashed. I think it's important to say at this point that if you don't want to be spoiled as well, you probably shouldn't be watching this video. Go click off and watch one of my many other Attack on Titan videos. This one actually does spoil quite a bit. Like 2 really big moments that are going to be happening in the final season part 3. So you definitely don't want to miss it. More in particular, a lot of this stuff is happening probably in part 1 of final season part 3, which once again, very weird to say, but that's just the way it is. So let's continue on moving forward, knowing that there's going to be spoilers. We see this person, these group of people, they get just crushed by one of the wall titans. This is, of course, obviously after the rumbling is activated. This is a lot of, we haven't seen any of these sequences before. As you can see, all of the people looking up in horror as this just amber-like glow in the sky, as these gigantic titans come to basically stomp out their life, their existence. And you can see here is just another shot. You can see their tendons and their muscle and their fat. It's just absolutely just brutal to watch this stuff. They did an absolutely wonderful job of portraying the humanity of a child right here crying. We can see a lot of people in the background here. It seems to be of I'm not sure if this is a Marley or not, actually, now that I think about it, but it could be. It very well could be. I love the imagery of just this idea of like humanity is just lost and in despair because the judgment day has come, and the judger, the accuser, I suppose, is none other than Eren, who, as we could see here in his founding Titan form, which is, this is a cool shot, by the way, just in general. This 360 shot with all of the CGI Titans and just it looks almost 2D actually, which you know, it's Mappa. They're one of the more leading studios in terms of CGI, so it makes sense that their CGI is looking extra good here. I know a lot of this is 2D animation, but a lot of this really here is a lot of really impressive 3D work, and I just love this sweeping shot. It's so nice. And then you can see the detail of all of the wall titans. They all have different facial features and textures. It looks really, really horrifying, but also really cool at the same time. It would be really cool to see like these people like actually have skin, what they would actually look like as regular people. Because I'm pretty sure you could definitely do that with most of the Titans. Give them skin and they would look way more human. As you can see, their feet here, they don't have any toes, which is horrifying in a certain extent because, well, they don't have any cartilage to keep them on. So they have like these oven mitts of just feet just stomping. You could see all of their footsteps and the path of destruction it's leaving behind. This next shot here is absolutely horrifying. We see the hero of, we see Helios, the what people thought to be originally an Ackerman, but was actually a fake lie, pretty much, to fool the public into thinking that Marley was the good guys, and Eldia was the bad guys. So this is a symbol of just Marley's fall and devastation. Can't wait to see what they do with Marley in the anime. What they're gonna look like. So you can see just like burning corpses. Like that's what it looks like to me. I don't know if there's any. I've read the manga, by the way. I'm not going to spoil it here. I don't think there's any burning corpses that I see. But these sort of look like Titans. But I think they're people. I think they're burning people, which either way, horrifying to say the least. You just see the look of this is the mean mug of this Titan. I mean, oh my God, it looks horrifying. And here you can see or get a really good shot at the spine or the head of the founding Titan in Aaron's version and what this looks like. You can see it's kind of held up here on the top left by this bony kind of support that it has, and its hair coming down, and it still has ears, which makes it look like it's absolutely evil. And this right here, this is one of the huge spoilers. If you're watching this because you decided to watch ahead, you don't care about spoilers. This is probably one of the top 5 moments ever in Attack on Titan. This moment right here, Aaron realizing he's fighting for his freedom, so to speak. It's a very, very good scene. I can't wait to see how they do the full thing, but the voice acting in this is absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't checked out this trailer, you absolutely should. If you're okay with spoilers. Here we get the usual promo art that we've already gotten before with the stomped out background and the bloody mud that left with nothing but whatever is left of the humans that weren't crushed. I mean, that's a horrifying thing. More of the look of the scene to define Aaron's character, pretty much. If you haven't already, I actually did do a series on all of the manga that hasn't been covered. Like I've talked about every single chapter of Attack on Titan. So if you want to go check out, like right now, my thoughts on the final chapters of AOT, you can definitely go check that out right now in a playlist. You don't have to just stop here. I have tons of videos. And this is where the announcement comes in, where there is going to be, let's go to the Reddit page here. As Aaron is talking about Freedom, Part 3 starting 3rd March 2023. That's not too far away. That's 3 or 4 months, just about. And then Part 2 scheduled in 2023. So we have a lot of people now that are saying things like, this is getting ridiculous. Why shouldn't they have just called this why couldn't they call final season Part 1 just season 4 and then call this the final season Part 1 and 2? Sure, that's fair. At the same time, however, I'm okay with this. These are just naming conventions. Like, the names of this don't mean anything to me. Like, they could call this season Attack on Titan the first season, and I think people would still absolutely be down. I feel like we're just arguing about pedantic memes at this point. To elaborate a little bit more, though, I do want to say that I do think they should have called AOT's final season Part 1 AOT Season 4. I do think, on second thought, it is a little ridiculous to call something Final Season Part 1, Final Season Part 2, Final Season Part 3 Part 1, and Final Season Part 3 Part 2. While this is not going to be an issue after all of it has come out, I do feel that's a little bit of a promotional error on their part. It really feels like the PR department is absolutely not at all in touch with what the actual anime production is actually doing. I'm excited for it. I think this is going to be freaking awesome. As for the naming conventions, sure, it sucks a little bit, I guess. It doesn't really matter much to me. The story is still going to be the same. As for people, any update, if there's going to be, an AOE, which is an anime original ending, it still doesn't look like it. As far as I'm aware, they've shown nothing at this point that would suggest an anime original ending, and they've shown quite a good bit now. So I know there's going to be a lot of people, a lot of funny people in these here comment section that are going to tell me I'm stupid for not believing in AOE. But I'm not a part of the cult, okay? I'm not a part of that congregation. I do not believe there's going to be an AOE, and I don't think there's anything that shows that there's going to be an AOE. I think we're getting the actual real ending. So that's pretty much my thoughts on the Attack on Titan Season 4 Part 3 preview. I thought it was pretty good. For the most part, it shows way too much, but that's just normal Japanese kind of promotion. That's usually how they promote a lot of their stuff, is they don't care about spoilers. Which is cool with me. I don't really care that much. I've already read all this, and I know when, and I already know already to avoid Japanese, trailers and stuff because of spoilers. But this was pretty phenomenal. I thought this was great. However, I want to get your thoughts down in the comments below. What did you think about this preview? What do you think about Final Season Part 2, or Part 3, Part 1, and Part 2? Also as well, it seems like it's just going to be 2 gigantic movies. That's pretty much what it's going to be like. So I don't really care much about it being in 2 final parts, as long as we're getting a good story. That's about the only thing I care about. On the left is a playlist of all of my Attack on Titan videos, and boy do I got plenty. And on the right is my videos on Vinland Saga Season 2, which I think will interest a lot of you guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.